Hey Pisces, happy Wednesday. This is a daily message for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to my channel, Light to Your Path Tarot. Let's talk about your cards here for the day, Pisces. We have the High Priestess reversed, we have the Hermit reversed, we have the Queen of Swords reversed. High Priestess reversed, I feel like you're reserved, keeping something under wraps, keeping something to yourself. Hiding parts of yourself, I get too. And I feel like with this Hermit card here, the Hermit is shining his light directly on this Queen of Swords. There's something about our harsh nature, harsh criticisms, judgmentalisms. The Hermit's like holding up a mirror saying, you know, we may be trying to blame somebody else, but the Hermit is holding up the mirror right now for us to look at ourselves and look at where we are being too harsh and judgmental. The Hermit reverse too is actually a sign saying you don't want to look at this. You're trying to avoid looking at this problem, you know? So I feel like somebody could be glossing over, trying to sugarcoat. Wow. Also, that High Priestess can be passive aggressive. Somebody could be passive aggressive and very cranky. And the Hermit's holding up the mirror going, look at yourself here. The Oracle cards that we got for the day, we have the Joyous. It has to do with happiness, delight, interaction, good or open communication, goodwill, friendly persuasion, self-expression. So, you know, this is kind of like a Three of Cups energy for me, you know, having fun, lighthearted, delight, happiness, just friendliness. We have the attraction of opposites, which can be exactly that, you know. I'm feeling like in the context of what we have here with this Queen of Swords reversed and this High Priestess reverse, I feel like maybe you're dealing with somebody who is very different from you or very opposite of you. You know, maybe you're opposite sun signs. You know, one's a Leo, one's an Aquarius. I don't know. One's a Pisces, one's a Virgo. But there is an attraction of opposites here. It talks about seduction, temptation, magnetism, a passionate encounter, meeting halfway. So I think that's interesting that that's on there. Meeting halfway, coupling and sexual union. Doesn't have to be just about that, but I feel like that it's talking about within a relationship, friendship, something like that, where somebody is very different from you. And these are the things, and I talked about this. You may want to look at the daily for the collective reading, because I actually talked about oh, and I just got a blank. It was right on the tip of my tongue. In the daily reading, we talked about being on guard, dropping your guard, but one of the things was the honeymoon period and how, you know, there's certain things that attract us during the honeymoon period, and then it's like once we go into the next cycle or phase, those things that we were very tolerant of in the honeymoon period, you know, the happiness, the delight, the open communication, friendliness. And here we have, you know, the seduction, the temptation, the magnetism. It's like when that wears off, that's when the work begins. That's when we go into this next phase of, okay, all the niceties have worn off, you know, and it's like you kind of get settled and expect that things are always going to be the way that they were in the honeymoon period, but they're not. You know, there's little things that start rubbing you the wrong way and that kind of thing. But this Corners of the Mouth talks about nourishment, health, well-being, providing for others, creating balance. And I feel like that's where we're at right now today with it's so interesting to me that they called that card the Corners of the Mouth. So which way are your corners of your mouth? Are they going down? Are you unhappy and disappointed and sad and angry and frustrated and judgmental and critical? Or are you going to be the joyous, the lighthearted, and the happiness and the delight with the interaction? You see where I'm going here? It's like I feel like we need to get back to the nourishing, there's things that need to be watered. There's things that need to be weeded out, you know. And I feel like Pisces, this is talking about us taking a look at the mirror of ourselves here. And we may not want to do that because it's so much easier to say, man, this person is so annoying because they do this or they do that. That's Queen of Swords reversed, you know. And maybe you make snide little comments that are passive aggressive with this High Priestess the whole time, not wanting to look at, okay, what is this really about, you know? Because the thing that we think that we're mad about is usually never the thing that we're really mad about. There's something that there's things that have piled up that have led to that. And when we get to that point, it's like we knee-jerk react. We're already on the fringe of being, you know, exploding like a volcano kind of thing. But so it doesn't take much to push us over the edge. And then we think that the other person did that. The Hermit, my whole reason for talking about that is the Hermit is here to shine the light on our judgmentalism, maybe even our ego, you know. Maybe this Hermit is trying to bring us down a notch in some way. But with this Queen of Swords reversed too, I feel like the clouds are at the top of this card here instead of the Sword of Truth and Clarity. So I feel like there's a lot of cloudiness going on in the mind. It's like we just can't maybe separate things out. The Hermit tells us that there's some work we need to do here, to take a good hard look at ourselves, to take a good hard look at how are we showing up in this relationship, or not even just the relationship, but how are we showing up in the world, you know? And why are we short-tempered, and why are we judgy, you know? The High Priestess in the reverse can also be a card of isolating, you know. Why are we, it's like holding back on our true feelings, not sharing that because maybe we're afraid that somebody's going to be judgy of us, you know. That's the message that I have for you, Pisces, for the day. I hope that this is helpful to somebody out there. If it is, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching.